We're live.
Good morning and welcome to the Pete Braley Show. This is show number 211. I'm your host, Pete Braley, along with my co-host, the executive producer, the show creator, and the all-around great guy. That's my son, Matt.
That's me.
So, yes. I've been going back through some of the old shows, to try to find, for our anniversary show, to try to find some highlights. I'm still looking. But it was weird. I didn't have that all-around great guy part till we were a few shows into it.
I don't know. You did at some point, and then you stopped.
Yeah. And then he insisted I write it in the script. So, anyway, thank you for choosing us today. Our goal is to start your day off on a positive note. So if you like what we do, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future shows. We're live on YouTube weekday mornings at 8, and you can also find us wherever you go for your favorite podcasts. Coming up, Americans are holding on to their cars before replacing them. More than ever, it seems. It looks like another busy hurricane season. Gen Z is really upset about the economy. I mean, some of us are concerned. They're upset. And the brother-of-the-groom comes to the rescue. Wait till you hear this story. It's not a Bridezilla story, but it's an interesting wedding story. We have that coming up. Anyway, good morning and welcome. It is Thursday already. This week's flying by, I think. If you ask that question to 5 different people, you get 5 different answers.
Yeah.
So I think it's flying by. What do you think?
I think it's going at a pretty steady pace.
So it's not dragging, but it's a pretty steady pace?
It's just existing, Just existing. I'm exhausted. I don't know about you.
You do look a little tired this morning, yes.
Thank you for saying that. That's just a nice way of saying you look bad this morning.
No,
Think about it. If somebody says you look tired, that means, hey, you're looking a little subpar this morning. I've seen you in better light, I guess.
I'm concerned because you're so tired. So why are you so tired?
I don't know, I'm tired.
Okay.
I'm 23 years old. Most of us live our life tired.
You were up late last night, or?
Always.
Yeah.
I never go to bed early.
You just can't do it, can you?
I'm probably limiting my life to probably 60 years tops. Let's be honest.
So you got nowhere near the 7 to 9 hours sleep last night, huh?
I think I maybe got 6.5.
6.5?
6.5.
All right.
It's close. Round it up to 7.
Hey.
Yeah.
I had a career of getting 5-6 hours sleep,
You know when you're so tired that you randomly just have little tears coming out of your eyes?
Oh, at that point?
Yeah, that's happening right now.
Oh.
I'm not crying, I swear.
It's just burning the candle at 47 ends.
It's pollen. Hey, did you see the car yesterday, though? Covered in pollen.
And Trish just washed it Sunday.
To be honest, it didn't need washing.
No, it didn't.
She washed it.
She was going to wash her truck because of, we made the drive. We had dead bugs on the truck.
So I think this was just weird practical joke from whoever's controlling the simulation. Just
Maybe.
They saw her wash it and just dumped pollen all over the car. The car is yellow. It's a black car.
It's a black car.
It's now yellow.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Thursday. It is May 26th. We are getting closer and closer to Memorial Day weekend. And I think I have that habit of the announcer jinx, don't I?
To be honest, I was reading chats. I didn't hear the first part. I just looked at you and you said, I was like,
I know. I don't know why. It's like a cigarette move. Why did I do that?
I was like, what national day is it?
It's where did that come from?
It's May. It's not 420.
No, the weather is supposed to be pretty good.
Oh, get your rain jackets out.
Saturday, we might have some showers.
Maybe your snow boots.
But Sunday and Monday look good. Did I say that?
Oh, God. Okay. Here we go. Get ready for a hurricane weekend.
It is National Blueberry Cheesecake Day. I just love cheesecake, man.
Cheesecake is good. I feel like it's kind of an underrated dessert.
Do stores around here have the variety plate? Because down in Virginia, we go to a store down there called Food Lion. That's the chain down there.
Mm-hmm. Great name.
And Sarah always gets this variety cheesecake. It's got the raspberry, it's got blueberry, it's got chocolate marble. It has all these different slices, individual slices that make up a cake, but they're all different. And we seem to always get that when we go down.
Yeah. I will say that's like the base of cheesecake, it's just up from there. We should get some gourmet cheesecake out here.
Oh, yeah.
We should go to Cheesecake Factory.
Let's do it.
They're known for cheesecake and macaroni balls.
Yeah.
Do they still have the macaroni balls?
Those are great. Those were great. Today's also National Paper Airplane Day. True confession, I was never good at making paper airplanes.
I can make the base one.
Yeah, that's me.
The one that's not good at flying.
You're just like, you got it from your father then.
Great.
I can only make the base. I used to go to school with guys that could make like fighter jets. I'm like, how do you?
YouTube, that's how.
This was before that, yeah. It honors the simple aeronautical toy that has been around for thousands of years.
Wow.
I guess once paper was invented, right? I guess you had to have the paper.
Okay, but hear me out. When were planes invented? Like, did they invent a paper airplane before they invented a plane? And in that case, what did they call it?
Good point.
And what did they model it after? Or is the whole line of aviation that we have now based on a paper airplane?
Wow. Bringing up some deep thoughts for a tired dude.
The Pete Braley Show, we ask the serious question.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Wright brothers, when was that? At Kitty Hawk? Was it in the...
It wasn't 1,000 years ago.
Was it the 1910s or the 1920s, I think?
Let me look this up for
Oh,
you.
shit, you do.
You keep going over there.
Yeah, right. On the date book today, on this day in 1805, Lewis and Clark cite the Rocky Mountains. Chances are they had been there longer than that, but that was when they first found them. On this day in 1897, Dracula by Bram Stoker is published. Makes today Dracula. Do your best Dracula today. On this day in 1940, the first successful helicopter flight is designed by Igor Sikorsky. On this day in 1967, EMI Rush releases the Beatles album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It would go to number 1 for 15 weeks in the U.S. and 22 weeks in the U.K. I know you're busy. Do you want me to say it? Sing it.
There you go. Yeah.
With Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, we hope you will enjoy the show. There's a horn part there.
Very nice. That's a weird horn that you just did.
Sounded like a chicken.
Yeah. It's like those chicken toys you buy where you squeeze and it makes the... Yeah, that was weird. You got to work on your mouth trumpet. Better. Improvement.
Okay. And on this day in 1973, the Beatles' 1967 through 1970 album came out. That's the blue one. It goes to number 1.
Okay. Do you want what's a song from the album?
From the album? Let's see. That was the second one, right?
The blue one.
Would that be Let It Be? Let It Be. Would it? I think so.
Maybe. I think you've now saying Let It Be like 5 times on the show.
It's probably the most popular song I've sung.
I think so. Yeah.
On this day in 1975, Rhinestone Cowboy by Glenn Campbell was released. It would become the Billboard Song of the Year for 1975.
Let's hear it.
Like a rhinestone cowboy, bum, bum, getting lost in the world. No, I really should write the lyrics down, don't you think?
Nah, it's better this way. We can figure out our own lyrics. Getting happy on a Friday night.
I've been walking these streets alone, singing the same old song.
Is that you making it up?
I know every...
Is that you making it up?
No, this is real. Okay. I know every crack in the dirty sidewalk of Broadway. There we go.
Wow.
All right.
Very nice. Very nice. By the way, I do have a follow-up if you're ready.
Okay.
So my follow-up is that nobody really knows. Many believe that 2,000 years ago it originated in China.
This is paper airplanes,
Paper
right?
airplanes.
Okay.
However, the earliest known date of the creation of the modern paper airplane is 1909. And the plane was invented in 1903.
Okay.
So,
but there's
some
speculation
sort of flying piece of paper they think started 2,000 years ago.
Maybe our entire aviation system, like you said, is based
off a piece of paper.
Let's watch how it flies.
Maybe.
Let's copy that.
Could be.
And one final note that I have to mention, because baseball fans kind of love this day. It was on this day in 1993 in Major League Baseball. Carlos Martinez famously hit a ball off Jose Canseco's head that ended up being a home run. He was out in the outfield. He went back. The ball bounced off his head, over the fence, home run.
That's how you use your noggin, you know?
Yes. Oh. On the celebrity birthday list today, sportscaster Brent Musburger is 83. I learned, I guess, that he's the radio play-by-play man now for the Las Vegas Raiders. So that's where Brent is.
Okay.
Stevie Nicks of Fleetwood Mac fame, 74. Hank Williams Jr., 73. Lenny Kravitz is 58. Helena Bonham Carter, I think that's how you pronounce her name, or is it Helena? She's 56, and Lauryn Hill is 47. All right, so who do we have in the chats this morning?
I'm really thinking about this paper airplane thing. If you think about it,
Okay.
when it originated, it's probably based after birds. Because if you look at a plane is pretty much based after a bird.
This is true.
So the paper airplane was probably a paper bird. They were probably aiming to make paper birds thousands of years ago.
They had some origami, and they said, let's see if we can make it fly.
Yes.
No, that's Japanese. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, same concept, though.
Okay. Right.
They could make paper fly like a bird. So I think, same family. The first official paper airplane, though, 1909.
Gotcha.
I think that's what we'll go with.
Okay.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk today on paper airplanes. I've put a lot of research in for the past 3 or 4 minutes, and I'm glad we could share that together.
We still can't make a good one, but...
Maybe today we'll learn how to make a good one. We'll start the show with paper airplanes tomorrow.
Or maybe in the chat you can take your outline there, because I don't have any paper.
Peter, there's a Stumpah answer on this.
Oh, that's right.
I would never risk revealing that. Even though I
Can't do
did
that.
that one time I accidentally showed it. I did go back and look and zoomed, and I cropped like so close. You can't read it. There's no chance. Yeah,
All right.
There's no chance. All right, the chat. Hello. Abby
Hello.
said, I am tired today. And then she said, back to when I was saying saying someone looks tired is rude. She said, or the "Are you sick?" comments. Thank you. No, I just look like shit. Yeah. Dana says, Matt, you look like shit. Calling orange and orange, Pete. With a Dana
That's
giggle.
not... I wasn't saying you look like shit.
That's kind of what it means, though.
No.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
When you don't get a lot of sleep, you kind of look like garbage.
True.
Yeah.
This is true.
So, Gary says, running late to work today, so I'm doing real good. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Kat thinks the cheesecake is at Walmart.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, road trip.
So,
All right.
let's see. Dana said, riding off on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo.
Yes.
We need to
Like
go
a
call up
rhinestone
Dana
cowboy.
every time we miss a lyric.
Riding off in a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. He said always ask the drummer.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a good point.
Always
That's
ask
a
the
good
drummer.
point. Yeah, anyways, back to you.
Okay. In the news on this Thursday, the Ellen DeGeneres Show airs its final show today after a 19-year run. Jennifer Aniston, who was Ellen's very first guest in 2003, is on the show today, as well as Pink, who sings an emotional rendition of What About Us, which is one of Ellen's favorite songs. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Ellen said that she got really emotional, quote unquote, when she was planning her final shows. She said, there was a time a couple of months ago where I was crying every day. I knew it was time to end this chapter and to do something different, but still it was really emotional. But I did not want the last 2 weeks to be all about that. The last episode, it's on today, it was taped on April 28th. And according to a source that was there, it is very classic Ellen. And it has her talking to guests, having fun, laughing, and this is from me. I would assume dancing.
Yeah, most likely.
Yeah,
For sure. I wonder what she's going to do.
After this?
Probably write a book. I feel like everybody writes a book.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she's done TV. I don't know if she's done movies.
Or she's just going to try and stay out of the spotlight for a little while. Could be, because of all the drama.
Right. Yeah. And I would think, I don't know, unless you become dependent on that, I would think at sometimes being in the limelight gets like really taxing. It's like you could use a break.
I do also wonder, does Jennifer Aniston have something to promote? Everybody goes on the show to promote something.
Right.
What do they talk about?
She could be just on the show because she was the first guest.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Mm-hmm. Maybe she should write a quick book, real quick. Just write a book just so you can get on there and promote it.
It's going to be another busy hurricane season in the Atlantic, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The federal agency, NOAA, says that 6 to 10 hurricanes will form, part of a season that will include 14 to 21 named storms. 3 to 6 of the storms are forecast to be major hurricanes with winds of 111 miles an hour or higher. NOAA adds that there is a 65% chance of an above normal season, but climatologists stress that this isn't a landfall prediction, it's just a forecast of storm formation over water. So we may not have all those hit land,
yeah,
but they will form.
They will form somewhere.
Yes. The Pro Bowl in football has been tanking in the ratings in recent years. I can't tell you the last time I watched it.
Same.
And apparently the NFL is pondering a big shakeup. The NFL Network reports that the league is discussing Pro Bowl week and ways to improve it, which includes getting rid of the game entirely and coming up with a new way to showcase the players. The report led to various suggestions on Twitter, including making it like the old Battle of the Network Stars. You don't remember that, do you?
No.
That was a show where a lot of celebrities from the TV shows, they would get together and have like a, what's the word, obstacle course. Mm-hmm. They would have Olympic events.
They kind of do that on the Saturday now. They have like different events, but yeah, nobody watches the actual Pro Bowl.
Another suggestion was the NFL just have a field day with AFC and NFC competing in a field goal shootout, a tug of war, and a 40-yard dash competition. Mm-hmm. And then there's also a dodgeball competition. Then there's a report of letting the two worst teams in the league play for the number one draft pick.
Now, that's interesting. I don't hate that idea. Justin actually talks about how American sports should be like soccer. Do you know how relegation works in soccer?
I don't think I do, no.
So, like in the Premier League, the three last place teams, they go down to the division below.
Oh.
And then the three best teams, is it the three best teams? Help me out, soccer people. I would think so. Three best teams move up to the Premier League. So basically in baseball, the three best AAA teams would move up to the major leagues. The three worst major league teams would move down. But the thing is, it creates like insane competition even for the low teams. Like the low teams need to fight to not go down.
Right.
So it's more entertaining. The thing is, it'll never happen in American sports because of who owns the teams.
This is true.
The owners would never allow that to happen.
They wouldn't allow
You lose a lot of money when you move down. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
By the way, not yesterday, but earlier this week, I was at a stop at a red light, and right next to me was a guy with a Detroit Lions license plate.
Poor guy.
Yeah, I thought, I've had a few rough years being a Dolphin fan, but we're talking decades of being a Lions fan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. You two are close, The Dolphins. When's the last time the Dolphins really?
I think we made the playoffs in the 90s.
So
maybe the early 2000s.
You've been having some decent seasons.
Yeah. But, back to the news. There's an American sprinter threatening to become the fastest man in the world since Usain Bolt. He is 18-year-old Arion Knighton of Tampa, Florida. He's breaking Usain Bolt's teenage records. So it's suggested that we keep an eye on him because he is on pace to become one of the most legendary Olympians of our time.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, it was bound to happen at some point, right? Mm-hmm. So that's cool.
The only thing is, if we're now saying this when he's 18, he could be one of the most legendary Olympians of all time. Not like we're putting pressure on the guy.
No, no pressure at all. No, just keep on running, kid. Yeah, you're good. You're good, man.
An annual poll ranking the reputations among the 100 most visible U.S. companies was published Tuesday, and Trader Joe's landed at the top, scoring big in the categories of culture, ethics, and trust. I don't know if I've been to. I know a lot of people.
I've never been to a Trader Joe's.
A lot of people say we need a Trader Joe's around here.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that a lot. Other companies scoring well in the annual Axios Harris Poll 100 are Patagonia, the Hershey Company, Samsung, Amazon, and Tesla. Others like Microsoft.
Tesla. They're at the top.
They're one of the good ones.
I've heard some things about Tesla.
Others like Microsoft, Home Depot, Google, and Starbucks saw big jumps in the rankings this year. Meanwhile, performing poorly near the bottom of the list are TikTok.
Wow.
I was surprised at that.
Yeah.
Spirit Airlines is near the bottom.
Okay. Not really surprised by that.
The Fox Corporation.
Again, not really surprised by that.
And also Twitter. And Twitter's kind of in a unstable place right now, right?
Apparently, Elon might not be buying them. Might be falling through. It might be backing out. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I've heard I mean, has he made a commitment or whatever? And then,
I don't know. When you're rich, you can
sue him.
When you're rich, when you're rich, you can always get out of things. But the problem is, he's fighting other rich people.
Yeah.
So who wins? Rich versus rich.
His big beef, I think, is he claims there are more fake Twitter accounts than Twitter says there really are, and he wants proof before he buys it.
But it kind of sounds like this is his scapegoat to get out.
Could be.
I don't know. He's like, whoa, you guys are telling the truth about this. That's it. I'm out of here.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Definitely a funny situation.
All right, that's the news for Thursday. By the way, we are awaiting the arrival of Trish. She should be here anytime.
I will say, what's funny is we left the door open to the stew for the first time ever today during the show, seeing how Charlie does, and he's been in here the majority of the show. He has. It's just force of habit, I guess.
We did, however, pick up every pillow in the other room.
Yeah, you can't trust him with pillows.
He's not a good.
I see him his head's shaking, like he wants to bark at something. So I'm waiting to see what happens here.
I wonder what's gonna, because normally Trish comes in the room.
No, he'll once he hears the door, he'll scoot out.
Maybe you'll hear him whining.
Maybe he'll probably. Oh, did I hear?
I think so, because there he goes.
We'll see. We'll see. Right. I don't know. I don't hear anything.
That's it for the news. Time to go to the Stumpah. We have a brand new Stumpah for you this morning after we had yet another winner yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If you're average, your family will lose 3 of these by the end of this year. What are they? If you're average, your family will lose 3 of these by the end of the year. What are they?
Justin said Amazon was surprising as well. Where was Amazon? Was towards the top? Is that
Amazon was in the good category, yes.
Yikes. Okay, who wrote that article? Was it someone from the Washington Post by any chance? Because I'm pretty sure Jeff Bezos owns
the Washington Post. Yes.
So I don't know.
No, it was the Axios Harris surveys. They've been around.
Yeah,
forever.
but you can't trust the names of things. I mean, how do we know that they're not a branch of the Washington Post? I'm just saying.
Okay.
I guarantee they're affiliated with some company on that list. I guarantee it. They made the entire list to make one company look good.
Time for today's Fascinating Facts while we wait for your answers on the Stumpah. Jennifer Aniston, who we mentioned earlier, Jennifer was almost a Saturday Night Live cast member before Friends. She says she turned down the role because she had heard that the environment at SNL was not good toward women, which I had heard too, but this was probably back 70s or 80s.
See, that's interesting because I wonder how different her career would have been, because it always then it brings in things like if she was working on SNL, would she have taken the Friends gig and stuff like that?
Probably not.
Very interesting. The whole simulation would have been off.
We would have had a whole new Rachel.
Yeah.
Then we never would have had the hairstyle that all the
True.
Yes.
All right. Stumpah.
All right, Stumpah time. If you're average, your family will lose 3 of these by the end of the year. What are they?
Justin says remotes.
Remotes. Good guess, but no.
That is a good guess. Dana says pillows.
Nope, not pillows.
Nope. Dana's just going with whatever we talk about recently.
Oh, that's right.
So we mentioned pillows.
Yesterday he was right on with the Star Wars.
Abby says chargers.
Chargers. No, not chargers.
Good guess. Gail says keys. Actually, a lot of people said keys. That is a good guess, but
not
no.
Keys.
Diane says cell phones.
No.
You left your phone in your chair the other day, yesterday.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you went and left, and your phone's just sitting in the chair. I don't know how you do it, man. Diane says laptop.
Laptop. No, that's not it.
Laptop's pretty hard to lose, right? It's kind of big.
I would think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gary says cash.
Cash. No, that's not it.
That cash money.
That cash disappears, man.
Abby says a shirt.
A shirt? No, not a shirt.
Not really. I know back in the olden days when Trish would do everybody's laundry, there would every now and then be the mix match of things. Like, hey, did you get my shirt? Mm-hmm. Socks were a big one because I think you, Doug, and I all had the same.
We all
socks.
had the same. Yes.
We were trying to sort out whose socks were who. Yeah, it's tough. Crazy. Diane says a tablet.
A tablet? No, not.
You ever lose your tablet?
I don't think I have. No.
No, I can't think. Maybe you from time to time you're like, hey, where's my tablet?
Yeah.
Does anybody see it? And instantly we find it.
Yeah.
Gail says mines.
Losing your mind. No, that's not it.
Good guess. Points for creativity. Dana says pens.
Pen? No, not pen.
Yeah, not pens.
My favorite pen.
Gary says socks.
Socks. No, not socks.
Nope.
No.
Diane says Gail. I think she was laughing at Gail's answer, but if you're average, your family will lose 3 Gales by the end of the year. No.
I think I've only lost one over
I've only
years.
lost one Gail.
Yeah.
Dana says shoes.
No, not shoes.
If you have Charles, you lose shoes on a daily basis.
Yeah, that can happen.
Not a lot. Not many. A lot of the time, he doesn't chew them or like ruin them. He just like takes them away.
Yeah, and he does it right in front of you. So
Yeah.
it's have to say, look what I did.
Pretty much. Gail says pounds.
Losing pounds.
Losing some lbs.
No, that's not it.
Not
No,
it.
no.
Abby says schedules.
No, not schedule.
Losing your schedule.
Schedule?
No. Points deducted for lack of creativity.
Well, maybe like you've got a sports schedule or something. You lost it.
I guess. I mean, write it on a whiteboard. Something big enough not to lose.
Right.
I don't know. Gail says bad habits.
Bad habits. No, that's a good guess.
Lead to late.
If you're average, your family would lose 3 bad habits by the end of the year.
Abby says one cleat.
1 cleat. No, that's not it.
I'm assuming that just happened because the Vermonters are all playing sports.
They're
up
all
there.
doing sports.
Yeah.
Welcome to our world, what it was. Yeah.
Justin says pets.
Pets.
Losing your pet.
Oh, no, that's not it. It's such a sad day.
Not it. Justin says mail/packages.
No, not mail or packages.
Porch
no.
pirates? Are we talking about porch pirates?
Yeah.
Abby says game night? Losing your game night?
Losing your game night? Or losing at game night?
Maybe losing at game night, but
Okay.
wrong. Justin says underwear. Losing your underpants.
Underpants. No, that's not
Not
it.
it. Not it. Abby says package. No. You guys losing a lot of packages?
I guess.
Justin says wallet.
Wallet. No, not your wallet.
Not your wallet. Abby says dessert. Losing your Abby, what's going on, girl? You got some weird answers going on today.
No, not dessert. No.
Where would you? What? Let's see. Abby says doing something fun because of a naughty kid. Abby, are we reading the same question here? Are you
you're
watching a
average,
different show?
Your family will lose 3 of these by the end of this year. Losing,
I'm concerned that Abby's got
Well,
a different question than us.
I guess, losing the opportunity to go on a trip because
Okay.
someone's
all right.
like, all right.
Abby's way out there today. Dana says
She said she was tired.
Dana says hats, ball caps. So
Hats.
he wants to include everything here. Hats, ball caps,
No, that's not it.
no. Fedoras, no, not it. Gail says books.
Books. No, not books. No.
Abby says a piece of a uniform. There we go. Abby's back on track.
Okay.
Not it. Gail says ID cards.
No. No.
Abby says a distant family member
No, that's
with a
not
face
it.
like this.
Mm,
I don't know. Does this mean Abby's not talking to us ever again?
I don't know.
I don't know. Dana says paychecks.
Losing your paycheck? No, that's not it.
Anybody still getting a paycheck around here, or do we not have direct deposit set up?
I don't get one.
Yeah.
Mine goes right to the bank.
Gail says silverware.
Silverware.
We're gonna say need to be more specific.
Yes.
Justin says appetite.
No, not your appetite.
Gail says coffee cups.
Coffee cup. No, I never lose those.
Abby
No.
says, well, I don't want to keep winning because you think I cheat. Oh, so you're going way off.
Oh, I see.
Well, unfortunately, Abby says spoons.
And unfortunately, or fortunately, Abby's the winner. Look at that. Her name will be on the list. Well, actually, one will drop off, so she'll be on twice. Again.
Sorry, Gail.
Yeah.
Gail set her up.
She gave her a little lob, and she came through and...
I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't, like Gail said silverware. I feel like we shouldn't be like, nope, not it, burn, and then, you know? I feel like we have to say, like, you know? Because she's right, but you got to be more specific.
Yeah, you do. You do. Because evidently we don't lose forks, and we don't lose knives.
I don't think I've ever lost a spoon, though. Like,
I don't think
what's going on here? Where are you losing the spoon?
I was thinking about this, too, yesterday when I wrote it. I was like, how are you losing a spoon?
If you're average, you're losing a spoon? Like, I don't think on average you're losing spoons.
I don't think has anyone lost a spoon?
I don't think so.
How did I mean, I could say there have been times where, like, you scrape your plate and then you're having a brain fart, so the silverware goes in the trash.
Yeah, but
like, wait a minute.
But I think instantly you know, yeah.
Yes.
And you go and dig it out.
I can't see how you would lose a spoon.
That's the only thing I can think of is accidentally throwing it away, or like, I don't know, are you eating yogurt in bed and you just forget to bring it downstairs? I don't know. First off, why are you eating yogurt in bed?
in bed, yeah.
Get a better midnight snack like goldfish crackers.
Goldfish crackers, right up there.
I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that I don't occasionally eat like pasta salad in bed. I mean,
You have been
it
known to?
happens. You know,
Yep.
if you have a rough day, you know, get a nice tall glass of water and some pasta salad, and then go to sleep. That's my recommendation. I will say one last announcement. We actually haven't discussed this, but I decided, and I know you'll be okay with it. Okay. We're gonna end this season of the Stumpah at the same time the daily shows end. So that's a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow.
We will end this season of the Stumpah. We'll start a new one. So I think someone's going to have to go on the craziest win streak we've ever seen in order to take down Abby.
Oh,
and you're going to have to get it day one Stumpah, from this point forward.
From this point on.
If anybody wants to beat Abby. But it's looking like Abby might be getting some free merch.
And by the way, someone did, we haven't really discussed this between ourselves, but I can't see us just having like a 5-minute Stumpah period on a Friday and then saying, that's it, till next week.
No.
I mean, we're going to work on something where we...
Most likely we'll have a winner every week.
Yeah. It may be something where we do 5 minutes on a Stumpah, then we go into another segment.
We'll be giving you the hints on that day.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to the Stumpah at some point in the show. So
someone's going to win.
Yeah, we're not going to...
We're not going to make... Listen, I'll make you wait a weekend. I'm not going to make you wait a week.
No.
That's just cruel. That's just cruel.
Yeah. So, moving on this morning, the story about Gen Z and how they're really upset about the economy. Teen Vogue took the temperature of more than 1,000 Generation Z voters and found that they are extremely heated when it comes to America's economy. There is some genuine anger about the economic landscape and more than a little pessimism. And we're not just talking about the price of gas right now and things like that. Some of the things they're concerned, 89% believe major corporations have too much power. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
83% of Gen Zers don't think they'll ever be financially secure enough to start a family.
Yeah. I could see that.
I can remember looking back and, like, if you look at it on paper, I don't think we can ever really afford, you just find a way.
Yeah, but things are a lot different than when you had kids.
Yeah. 82% think the system unfairly favors the wealthy.
Yeah.
74% say the American dream no longer exists. What do you think?
Yes. No, I think that's true.
The American dream was,
You get buy a nice, work hard, get a nice house with a white picket fence.
Yeah?
Yeah, no.
You don't think
I also think we're realizing that the American dream is kind of a fraud.
Whoa.
Well, it's kind of miserable if you think about it. The real American dream is to come here, work your ass off, to buy a house, and then never spend time in it. Yeah. That's what the American dream is.
You work so hard,
it's kind of stupid.
Work so hard, you get sick and die.
Yeah, we're on this planet just to work. The work first, enjoy life second. That's life.
I am sitting here with a Gen Zer, and I look at the next one, and I go, 73% believe a college degree is not worth the money it takes.
True. No, that is true.
It's too much. It costs too much.
Well, the point is you have to spend you start your life in a massive amount of debt. So then you have to dig yourself out, which doesn't really make if you want a medical degree, oh my God.
Oh.
You're going to save lives, but first you got to pay $300,000.
$300,000 back.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. What is it? Sarah was telling me a story about, because she's taking classes, online classes. And she was telling me a story about, she took was it accounting class? I think it was an accounting class. And it turned, a statistics class.
Okay.
And she's studying for education. She's going to go into teaching. And her, what do you call it? The person that plans your path in college. Your
advisor.
Advisor, thank you. The advisor said, well, unfortunately, the statistics class you took was geared more towards business. So you need to take this other one that's geared toward education. Yeah. And she's like, you can't transfer.
I actually helped her with the statistics class, and it was nothing. It had nothing to do with business. It was the most straightforward statistics class.
Right.
Yeah.
But because it doesn't fit their thing, she has to take another and spend more money, So she brought up your thesis to the advisor.
Oh, my God. How embarrassing.
She mentioned that my brother wrote a thesis about how college really, it's a business, right? Was that what your thesis was about?
I don't know if she read the thesis.
Oh, maybe
I don't know if I said that in there. I mean, I obviously believe that, but I don't know if I said that.
Anyway,
but I will say, the last thing I'll say about the college thing is, if you think about it just logically, not even being like a stubborn little college student, more people are getting a college degree now, right?
Right.
Because it's more important. So, more people in my generation are getting a college degree than you.
Right.
Which devalues a college degree, because originally when you're going to get a job, if you have a college degree, you stand out. Now you don't stand out. So the value of it's a little bit lower, but the price keeps on going up.
Yes, it does.
Drastically. So if you think the value of it does not match the price tag.
Gotcha.
There you go.
And finally, 24% believe they will be, only 24% believe they will be able to retire one day.
Yeah, I think it's actually less than that, too.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
So Gen Z, I mean, some of us are concerned about the economy. Oh, Trish is here.
Trish is here. Charlie's up in the air. Charlie just wants a treat.
Charlie wants the treat that we have left. Don't knock over the camera.
He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He's on a mission.
Did you hit traffic coming home or what? I expected you earlier.
That's unacceptable, Trish. We expect you at a specific time.
We have a plan. Sorry. Okay.
All right. She has no traffic, no nothing. Apparently, it was a bad night. She's half asleep over there. Oh. She's fine. She's got Charles.
She was on the go all day yesterday. So.
I don't know if I don't think I called her, so I can't use that against you.
I called her and she answered.
Oh, wow. Wow. Charlie, I don't have anything else, my man.
Go walk with mommy.
Yeah, you got to get out of here. I don't have anything.
And later we'll talk to you about the couch cushion that he might have bit into.
It's on the side.
I mentioned
and then lift up the far one.
I mentioned to Mom this morning on the phone. I said,
other side.
I said, yeah, and he drove Matt crazy the other day because now he's getting into the couch cushions. And she said, he better not. I'm like, well, I think you did.
He already did.
I think you already did.
Yeah.
So.
All right, get out of here, Charles.
Yeah, right. The only thing I'll say, getting back to just one more thought on the economy, the only thing I'll say is, maybe it's because I'm old. Back in my day. But these things just seem to be cyclical. You know what I mean? I mean, I've been through high gas prices before. Mm-hmm. And then they went down. And then they went back up. Mm-hmm. So it's like these things just, if you can weather it, you know.
So when will we get to the point where milk is a nickel?
No, we're not going back to a nickel.
Oh, well, you said it was cyclical.
Between reasonable and unreasonable, okay?
Okay.
Is that a better description?
See. We'll see.
All right. Here's the wedding story that I told you about. It's not exactly a Bridezilla story, but it's a post on a Reddit forum called True Off My Chest, which I guess is where people get true stories off their chest. Oh. A guy calling himself Wedding Hero spilled the tea, or in this case wine, about his brother's wedding. It seems their mother, the mother of the groom, refused to let the day not be about her, which is why she showed up in a huge, frilly, white wedding-style gown. This is the mother of the groom shows up in this dress.
Dude.
According to the poster, the brother, the gown was even more of a bridal gown than the bride's, which, of course, did not go over well.
No.
But after the vows and during the reception, the poster took matters into his own hands. He asked for a very full glass of red wine. He held it as he walked toward his mother, then accidentally tripped and spilled the red wine all over her gown. And apparently, the only person who was upset was the mother.
Yeah.
It gets better, though. The bride sent the brother a bottle of wine a week later with a note that said, "Enjoy the best bottle of wine I could find for the best wedding gift you could have given us."
That's great. That's great. I mean, that's ballsy to do that, man. Because
you're not supposed to upstage the bride.
Well,
you know?
that I'm just saying, to spill wine on you, causing a big old controversy.
Oh, you mean and that was her son that did it?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, who does that? How petty do you have to be to? That was definitely her wedding gown for sure.
Yeah,
she definitely wore her wedding gown to this wedding.
So what do you think?
Damn.
Do you give props to the brother? I
don't think I would do it.
I would love to know what happened, like what the next week.
Oh,
you know? I mean, there's got to be.
Yeah, there's definitely.
I can't believe you did that.
There was a fight at some point, for sure.
Got some parenting tips here for anyone who might be raising kids or even for grandparents. We can pay attention to these. We pay a lot of attention to making sure our kids are smart and ready to get ahead. But what about making sure they're decent people? Psych Central, which is a website, has some ideas about how to make sure your child or grandchild grows into the kind of person that does some good in the world. Their suggestions include provide clear rules about behavior. It's important to explain the reasons for society's rules and to let them know the cause and effect of their choices and actions. Number 2 is to be sure to point out positive behavior. Short, simple phrases like, you were being helpful to whatever, help your sister get up, or you were kind to walk grandpa across the street, whatever. Reinforce and send the message that actions matter and good ones are appreciated. Also, to teach them a respect for nature by picking up litter, tending a garden, or being kind to animals. Just a few things that you can do. And finally, of course, we mentioned this before when we talked about developing a good reader. That is modeling. Your child watches you constantly, and that offers many opportunities to show children how to act and make good choices.
So let's not let Liam watch Uncle Matt watch the Patriots. All right, let's move Liam to a different room.
Yeah, it does get a little loud, huh?
Yeah, he probably shouldn't follow in those footsteps.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. So just some tips there to raise a good person. Brings us to today's random question. And I guess I spent a lot of time on Reddit. A Reddit user asked, what do you think needs to stop being put on a pedestal? What do you think needs to stop being put on a pedestal?
Probably me. Like, guys, settle down.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's too much?
No, it's taking up too much of my time.
Gotcha.
I can't. Just stop.
We do have some suggestions. What do you think needs to stop being put on a pedestal? How about politicians?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Are they still on a pedestal? I mean, no one likes them.
I know, lately, huh?
Yeah.
Lately. Celebrities. We should stop putting celebrities on a pedestal.
Probably.
I think we tend to do that, right?
Yeah, just on an unhealthy level, don't reach the obsession phase. Yeah,
that's true. Always being too busy and not getting enough sleep. We touched on that the other day about how
I always get plenty of sleep, so I can't relate there.
you got 6 hours last night.
I know.
though.
I was kidding.
Yeah. But we do that. We always you got to work hard, work yourself to knock yourself out to get it done to succeed. It's like,
I'm pretty sure sleep is like the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. I'm pretty sure that's what people say. Like the level of importance are like sleep, eating right, and then working out.
Right.
I'm pretty sure.
And sometimes we tend to look at sleep negatively in this country, right?
No, the whole like grinding. Yeah, you got to grind to get ahead, Yeah, that's definitely that's what's on the pedestal.
Something else that needs to stop being put on the pedestal, and I agree with this: gender reveals.
Yeah,
It's just getting.
I don't mind the idea of having a party to like do it, but yes, like dropping something from a helicopter. It's like, all right, you went a little too far.
We're gonna blow something up and see if it's blue or pink.
Yeah, not necessary.
No.
And for the love of God, stop doing the baseball ones if you don't play baseball. Like, I can't stand. It is painful to watch all of the people swing and miss and ruin the entire. Can you imagine building up this entire day and ruining it because you missed? Like, just don't do a different one. Do a nice easy one where like they pop a balloon or something.
I saw a baseball one or a softball one where the person that was swinging, I think it was the wife was pitching to the husband. Mm-hmm. And the husband, being a former baseball player or whatever, he decided to take a pitch.
Yeah. Like, what? It wasn't a good toss.
It was like,
I'll get the next one.
It wasn't in the strike zone, so I didn't swing. And then it popped on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's no second chance here.
Come on.
Yeah. So what about you? Anybody have anything? What do you think we should stop putting on a pedestal? Also, being rude and then calling it honesty. Like, no offense, but
I do that as a joke. I think with you guys.
Yeah,
but I don't legitimately mean it. Yeah.
Whenever someone says no offense, the offense is coming.
No offense. I just think you're really ugly. Is what I'm trying to say. But no offense. I said no offense.
You can't get upset.
No, you can't. I said no offense.
I said no offense.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, let's just rephrase that to the phrase no offense. Let's take that off the pedestal.
Yeah.
Because, 9 times out of the 10, when you start something off with no offense, it's going to be very offensive.
It's very, that's coming next.
100%. So. Let's see. Gail said beauty on the outside. Stop putting that on pedestal.
That's true.
Amen. Dana did say politicians. Yeah. Politicians, man. Some of the biggest scum on this planet.
And
Somehow they get there.
I'm biting my tongue because it's like I was watching the news coverage yesterday of the shooting, and of course the politicians are all coming out, and I'm not going to go any further. But I mean, it's just like, stop it.
Justin said, jobs determining your value as a person.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Abby says, when a dad or a husband does the bare minimum. Interesting.
Yeah. They get put on the pedestal. And I know.
Screw you, Dad. Get off the pedestal.
I worked with someone and who, if I said something like, I'm babysitting the kids tonight, and she looked at me and she said, they're not really yours? I mean, why is it a big thing when dad is going to babysit the kids tonight?
That's a good point.
No, he's raising those children.
You're spending time with your children.
You're raising those children with the mom. I mean, does the mom babysit all the time?
True.
So,
that's a good point.
Yep.
Shout out to that person.
Yep.
That's all I got, though. Maybe we'll have more in the post show.
Okay. Are you always on your phone? There's a phrase for that. It has a name. There's a new study from the University of Washington. They found out that we are on our phones, when we are on our phones, immersed in social media, we disassociate from the world around us. It's almost like a dream state where we lose track of time and even reality. According to the lead author, Amanda Bond, disassociation is defined by either being completely absorbed in whatever you're doing, but people only realize that they have disassociated in hindsight. You never realize you're doing it. So once you exit the disassociation stage, there's sometimes a feeling of, how did I get here? Or I have that happen sometimes driving. It's like suddenly you realize you're like 3 exits down. And you,
but I mean,
was I paying attention?
I don't think that's as bad as getting sucked into your phone for a couple hours.
It is, she says, it is like when people on social media realize, oh my gosh, how did 30 minutes go by?
Yep, TikTok, man.
I just meant to check one notification. Yeah, TikTok did that to me the other night. I know I said the other day I don't read TikTok in bed, but the other night I did.
Mm-hmm. So
and
just apologize for lying.
I apologize for lying.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, let's just tack on, and Matt was right.
Matt was right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Why do I feel that's going to be edited out and put on a loop?
That's going to be the intro to the show. Matt was right. Matt was right. Matt was right. Welcome to the Pete Braley Show. Matt was right.
But anyway, it was like 9:30, and I went on TikTok, and before I knew it, it was 10:15. Like, what? Yeah. How did that happen?
That actually hasn't happened to me in a while. I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't had the interest of going on my phone sometimes. I think it's because everything's so repetitive on your phone. Like, I keep scrolling. I'm like, Johnny Depp trial.
Johnny Depp trial.
The off season of sports I don't follow. Johnny Depp trial.
But and I have you noticed sometimes when you're sitting in a room with your family, look around and all of a sudden there'll be like 3 of you all on your phone.
Oh, shut your mouth! It's you. It's me sitting there, and I look and I see you and Trish on your phones.
Okay, then I'll go with
like,
2.
I'm so sophisticated here reading my book, and I look up, and all I see is Matt doing virtual reality something over there, and Trish is off in her own, I don't even know, she's in her own tablet stupor. Like, no, you're the one, guy.
I did not say that I was not. I said look around, and everyone's on their phone.
Let's rewind here. Pete's like, I look around and everyone else is on their phones. That's what you said.
While I'm on my phone, I look around and everyone's on their phones.
Well, I look up from my literature. I look up from my flashcards
as I'm
studying to make myself a better human being.
As I'm reading the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yes. I look up at these peasants playing video games on their tablets like a bunch of buffoons.
Speaking of fidgets, you know those fidget spinners we had?
Did someone say fidgets?
You said fidget.
I don't think I said fidgets.
You said fidget.
I said video games.
I heard
British
fidget.
Accent.
I heard fidget.
But the video games, like a bunch of buffoons. I didn't say fidget.
Anyway.
I don't know. I'm now curious what I said.
I saw this website the other day that, I mean, you know those little fidget spinners were a craze? Mm-hmm. There's now a website that you can go to, and there's a picture of a fidget spinner, and you can touch it, and it spins. and I thought, how many people are going to become addicted to this stupid site?
No, because that's not the same. That's not the same
I know.
satisfaction as flipping
having
fidget
a thing
spinners.
in your,
Are you ready
in
for
your
this?
hands.
That was back when I was in high school that started. Are you ready for this?
What?
5 years ago.
Damn. I'm not getting old. You are.
I need a minute. No, anyways, yeah, you're one of the people on your phones.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Finally, today, how long do you keep your car? According to a new study, the average age of a car in the United States is now up to 12.2 years, and that is a new record. Of course, things have been a bit weird lately. It's been a seller's market for both old cars and new cars because of supply chain issues. Mm-hmm. I'm still driving my car dealers, and you look, and it's like they don't have their full lot like they usually do. Mm-hmm. It's getting better, but it's not the same. Prices are up, which is causing people to hold on to their cars longer. Normally, do you keep your car year after year after year? I've pretty much always... We've pretty much kept every car until we needed to buy a new car. You know, we didn't buy a new car because we wanted to.
Except for that brief phase where we leased a car. I think your red Jeep was a lease.
Yep, red. I love that Jeep. It was a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I leased that, and Priscilla leased one too. But that was the only time we went, and we didn't really need to get a new car, but it was like, let's get a new car. You know?
Yeah.
So
I miss my Jeep so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Your red Jeep was a nice Jeep. My Jeep was a piece of garbage, and I loved it so much.
I had that
Jeep. I still think about it.
I had the Jeep for a while, too.
You did? Well, actually, Doug originally had it. He bought it from someone he knew.
Right. He bought it down in Virginia, and then he was going to buy a truck, so we bought the Jeep from him. I went down to Virginia and actually drove it back.
You drove it for a brief period of time. And I think it was actually around your stroke time.
Yep.
And you weren't driving, so I think I just drove it to keep it going.
Right.
And then I just fell in love with it.
Then it became yours.
I love that thing, so I miss it so much. Every time I'm driving the Ford, I'm like, this just isn't the same as my Jeep, man.
Why doesn't he have his Jeep? Because it was falling apart, basically, wasn't it?
Something about the frame was broken. I don't know. We brought it to the mechanic one time to fix it, and he was like, to be honest, I don't know how you haven't died. You can't. He was like, no.
We used to ask him.
Car's done.
When we brought it into the mechanic, we used to ask good old Ray.
Yes, our boy.
Our boy. We used to ask Ray, is he okay driving it back and forth to Plymouth? You know? And
it's like Bridgewater. Yeah,
that's Bridgewater. Right. I'm sorry, Bridgewater. And he was like, be better if you just drove it around town, but I guess he'd be okay.
Oh, I love that. It couldn't go over 85 miles per hour.
Well, you shouldn't go over 85 miles
per hour. That's what's funny. I got pulled over for speeding one time, and the guy tried to tell me I was going 85. And I didn't talk back, but I went to appeal the ticket. I actually won the appeal, by the way. So I have no speeding ticket on my record.
Nice.
But I was ready to, I didn't even have to state an argument because, I don't know, the lady was like, it's your first offense, you're fine. She was really nice.
Oh, that was cool.
But I was so ready to be like, listen, my car isn't capable of going that fast. I know I wasn't speeding. So, yeah, it would shake, like definitely shake. I think it would just explode. Luckily, I never went that fast. I went fast, not that fast. Oh, I missed that thing so bad.
Do we have any car answers here, car stories?
Danny says, amen, my last pickup had 314,000 miles on it.
Wow.
The Jeep, I think, had like 270 something. It was way up there. I wanted to hit 300 so bad.
I used to get worried, you know, when I got near 100,000 miles, because that used to be the thing, right? Mm-hmm. Got 100,000 miles now. But now I'm hearing stories about trucks that go to 300,000.
People kept telling me, they were like, Jeep Grand Cherokees like that? Oh, you'll hit like 300, 350. I was like, let's go. I'm driving this thing forever. Didn't make it.
Well, the frame breaking might have something to do with that. Ray has told us, our mechanic, he has told us that I can see the Atlantic Ocean out this window. So he said the salt just is a number on cars down here.
See, I'm hoping that my Jeep hasn't been turned into a cube yet. And then I hope I win the lottery because I'll buy that Jeep in a heartbeat and get everything replaced.
Oh, wow.
When you get a car where the seat just grips your butt in the perfect way and it's just gorgeous, that's where I got with that car. I sit down in the Ford. I'm like, it's not the same.
And it's especially not the same after I've driven it, right?
Oh my God, I know.
Because,
I know I do the same thing to you.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. We're sharing a car because there's really no need.
Because Gen Z is very upset about the economy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's no need to have 3 cars here because he and I...
Our schedules
I don't think we've had
coincide
too
pretty
many problems.
And if not, Trish just drives me around like I'm in middle school again. It's great.
There you go.
We have a great time.
Yep, there you go. But you like to sit like straight up.
No. I've said this before. It's my entire seating arrangement is solely based on driving with one hand.
Okay.
Every now and then I drive with 2, but I prefer to drive with one hand.
Okay.
In my Jeep, it was perfect. The angle and stuff was perfect. The Ford, I don't know, it's just built different, so I have to sit really like closer. I don't sit really close. I have long legs. But I have to sit closer in order to reach the wheel with one hand.
But I always have to put the seat back when I get in because I'm like, why does he have the seat up so far?
I also just like
you're
driving.
taller than I am.
But I also just like driving with my knees bent a little. That's just me. I don't want to feel like I have to reach for the pedals.
But I swear that you have the back like almost at a straight L.
No,
and I'm
that's
like,
a
no,
lie.
I got to put it back a little.
Also, I have scoliosis, Pete. I have mild scoliosis. Why do we have to tell everybody? Right? Wow, live on the internet.
I forgot about that.
I'm pretty sure everybody has mild scoliosis, to be honest.
Probably.
The phones have caused everyone's necks to be. I'm not even kidding. That's a thing. Everyone's necks are like forward now.
I think
Look it up. It's a thing.
They must be. You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll talk about cars in the post show.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All
Got
right.
way off track.
That'll do it for today. Stand by for the post show where we can catch up on some chats and just hang out for a few more minutes.
Probably talk about my Jeep more. So get ready for that.
He loves that thing. We do leave you with a thought for the day if you must go. And our thought today is give yourself permission to walk away from anything that gives you bad vibes.
Bad vibes.
Bad vibes. Yeah. All right, stand by. The post show is next.
We back.
Yes, we are. Just looking at the chats here, Gail talking about cars. She said, my last car, I thought it was going to be my forever car, but it had other ideas. It was 15 years old. My present car is 8 years young. So, yeah, we do hold on to what most of us seem to.
I meant to say this before. I think it's because there's 2 types of people in this world. People that only want to drive new things. Mm-hmm. And people that get emotionally attached to cars. I'm not going to say which one I am.
You can probably figure it out.
But I think once you find something you like, you just want to stick with it. I don't know. That's just me. I love that thing.
That plus the expense, you know? I mean, if you've got something that's working and it's reliable, then why spend the money on a new one?
But I kid you not. You give me any amount of money in the world, I would find that Jeep in a heartbeat. But I don't. It's probably a Cube by now, I would think, if I'm guessing.
What is Abby saying here? She's running quite a few posts about a car.
About a boat. Abby drove a boat. It's a Vermont thing.
She says, drive it into the ground is my motto.
Let's see. I put a piston through the motor of my first car. Apparently, when they say you need oil, they actually mean you need oil.
Oh, no.
Abby! Well, the car had an oil leak, so when they said you need oil, I was like, duh, I always do. Well, they meant like right away, and my 17-year-old girl mind. I didn't take them seriously. LOL, I learned.
Mary Lou says our last car was a 20-year-old Subaru.
When you find something you like,
that's it.
You like
That's it.
You like it. Let's see. Diane says, wow, Pete is very British sounding when he gets cerebral. Yeah. He's very stuck up, and it turns to British.
Thank you, man.
Hey, you think my imitations are a joke? Those are spot on. That's real life.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Let's see. What else do we have here? More people talking about cars.
Mm-hmm.
Diane says, me too, Abby. Then you donate it to Cars for Kids. 1-800
Cars for Kids.
I always mess up the number. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your cars today.
Spelled cars wrong.
It's KARS. That's how they spell it.
I know, but they're spelling it wrong.
It's because they wanted to make it seem like a kid did it. Oh, but really, it's probably a 50-year-old fat guy that made that slogan.
It's Joe in marketing.
Yeah. It's like, guys, I've done it. I've created the best jingle of all time.
Getting back to how to raise respectable children, Dana says, raise my daughter to be respectable to others until others are disrespectful towards you.
Amen.
That's it.
Amen.
That's it.
How to raise a respectful kid. Do the opposite of what Pete did. then they don't become me. No, I'm kidding. I'm very respectful, especially to my elders. Right?
Me. Yeah, except for me.
Except you're the special. I'm the nice guy to you, Peter. You just don't talk about it that much. We need to keep my villain reputation.
I don't want to ruin your reputation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I cut the grass. We have movie nights. I'm a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We watching the Final Pirates movie this week?
Yeah. Is it just one more?
I think we only have one more.
Wow. What are we going to watch after? What are we going to do?
I don't know.
It can't be Top Gun anymore. I watched that myself.
Oh, did you? What'd you think?
I think I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this on the show. Tom Cruise came a long way with his acting. I don't know. It's just very kind of awkward at times. Yeah.
Top Gun was?
Very military propaganda-y, you know. Very military, so cool, man.
But you know the truth because your brother and your sister-in-law and your brother-in-law.
Well, I just know how it works also. you gotta make the military look really cool in order to join the military.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they tell us stories.
We probably shouldn't expose the stories. We're going to get a bullet through the head from the robins outside.
The CIA robins.
Trish said, there was a robin that was like in the street when I was driving with Trish the other day. She was driving me around like a middle schooler. Oh. And she drove, she was like, oh, Robin, get out of the way. Like we were driving slow, but this robin just like swooped in front. We didn't hit it, luckily. But I was like, yeah, she was like, I didn't want to go home and find robin guts everywhere. I was like, I know the wire sticking out of everywhere. That would have been tragic.
What was that group I told you about?
Oh,
what was their name?
Birds Aren't Real.
Birds Aren't Real. Yeah. Look it up sometime. It's this, but I mean, it's a parody.
It's a parody on people that actually think it. I also tell it as a joke.
The guy who started this all, he was at some rally, and he was observing a QAnon rally, so he decided to make up this phony conspiracy theory to poke fun at conspiracy theorists. So he has this whole thing. He has 1 million followers that birds are not real. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of those 1 million followers think that he's...
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is real to him.
Oh yeah, 100%. Let's see. Gail says, Matt, your Jeep's now in electrical wires and door hinges. Is that true? Is that what they do with it?
I don't know.
Wow. I wish I could have like known that. Like maybe I could have made that into my own door hinges, my Jeep could have always
been with you.
Stayed with me, man.
Always with you.
I've wanted to buy a new one of that kind, like another 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Trish won't let me. She's like, it's a bad investment. I was like, I know it is, but I want it so bad.
2004 car.
Gail says you don't fix what's not broken.
That's right.
Except the Jeep was broken many times. Yes, and I fixed it many times.
Yeah.
Probably wasted way too much money on it, but that's okay.
Back to the Stumpah today about the average family will lose 3 spoons this year.
Yeah.
Abby said the kids throw them out.
Man.
The kids throw out the spoon, I would assume by mistake.
Get some new kids.
She says, I've had to rebuy spoons. And Justin says, I lost a spoon to the garbage disposal. Ooh.
That sounds... Did you break the garbage disposal? Jeez.
That would be...
That's loud.
That'd be very loud.
Yeah. That'd be scary. Glory says, yes, spoons. I've had to replace spoons a few times. Spoon bandit. What is it about spoons?
Diane says, we constantly lose spoons and forks around here.
Hey, Ma, you out there? Have we ever lost a lot of spoons? Do you think we lose spoons more than any other type of utensil? Yeah. Oh, Trish says forks.
Trish says we lose forks?
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't know.
Dana says, I threw my chef knife out once while in the kitchen. Had to dumpster dive to get it. Well, yeah, that's something you want back, right?
Yeah.
You got a favorite knife?
Gail says, speaking of winning, I won 2 tickets for Paul McCartney's Get Back tour in Baltimore last night.
Wow.
Damn. Okay.
Nice. That he puts on a great show. I mean, and then just the fact that you are seeing Paul McCartney, to me, is like a monumental event.
He also has just a massive, like, I wonder how he chooses his set list. Just that the massive amount of songs he has to choose from.
Right. And I've seen one of his set lists. I wish I had it here, but somebody posted one on social media, maybe him. And you look at it and you wonder, how do they set that up?
Yeah.
How do they decide, all right, I'll do this song? Of course, they saved like he saves Get Back and I think Hey Jude for the, when they come back. Encore.
Mm-hmm. Get back, JoJo.
Your mama's waiting for you. Wearing that high heel boot.
I love that song. That might be my favorite Beatles song.
And low
solely
neck
for
sweater.
that. Get back, JoJo. I love it so much. It's just the best ad lib in any song ever. You can't convince me otherwise.
Hey, Diane says Tom Cruise is definitely somebody we need to bump off his pedestal.
There's been a lot of videos leaked. Tom Cruise has a little bit of anger issues.
Well,
He prefers to yell at a lot
Yeah.
of people. Yeah, I don't know. All I'm saying, though, is Tom Cruise back in the day, kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it went along with, like, the corniness of the military's so great. But, like, I don't know. It was a good movie. Don't get me wrong. Good story. Very emotional at times. Not going to spoil anything.
yeah.
I don't want to spoil a movie that's been out for
that's
40 years.
Been out so long.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Evidently, I'm not saying he does all the stunts and the jets, but evidently he really does.
Well,
And he put all the other actors through like a boot camp, and they took them up, so that they could experience before they started filming.
Yeah.
Took them up so they could experience G-force and all this stuff.
Well, he is the stunt guy. He's the guy that does his own stunts.
Yeah, he does. He does most of his stunts.
But
yeah.
I mean, that doesn't let you, just yell at everybody. All right, let's see. We have some talk about the college topic.
Oh,
Abby says, I 100% agree with Matt on the college topic. Yeah. Justin says, I have a degree and jobs barely want to hire me for entry level. That's the
sucks.
thing. I don't know if I told the story on here or where I told it, but it's like just one day I was like, you know what? Let me just look into like bookkeeping jobs, like part-time bookkeeping jobs.
Okay.
So I looked it up. And every single, like, entry-level bookkeeping jobs. And I looked it up, and every single one was like, prior experience necessary. It's like, wait a minute. So let's just get this straight. You need an entry-level job to get experience, but you need prior experience
to get the entry job.
Okay. Yeah, because that makes sense. Yeah, okay. And then I remembered that I hated it. So then I stopped.
But I think that goes back to what you said about how a college degree used to be, oh, you have a degree? Come on in. But now it's like everybody's got to like, oh, okay, you need experience.
Dana says, I will work 15 minutes up to my funeral luncheon. Damn, not even the funeral. Even after you're dead, you still got to show up. You still got to clock in right up until the luncheon.
Yeah, isn't there an old joke about I'm going to be late for my own funeral because I have to work?
You'll be working. Yeah. Danny says, vocational trades are the way to go these days. Callie's son doing really well with Sheet Metal Workers Union. And the thing that drives me crazy is like in school, and maybe it's changed since I've left, but I guarantee it hasn't. Like guidance counselors and everybody, like the only option is to go to college.
Right.
Like trades aren't brought up, Maybe they're brought up at like Voc because like that's what they're known for. But like nobody talks about trades. Nobody. The option is go to college. You'll figure it out later. Just go to college. It'll be fine. Just go to college.
Not too long ago, there was a big push that I noticed. People were saying, "Hey, don't forget, the trades. You can go to the trades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Probably make more money, to be honest, than a college degree."
By the way, the knife that Dana threw away, the chef knife, it was a $400 knife.
Dang.
To which Gail says, "I would have gone dumpster diving for that knife too."
I'm gonna be honest. I probably wouldn't have spent $400 on a knife, but to each their own. That's Dana's life, so I respect it. Dana's big. He's a chef. Big cooking guy.
Talking about Paul McCartney, Diane said the Fab Four, Paul was always the bottom of the bunch.
Wow, bold statement.
I don't know how I would rate the guy. I see to me
Ringo's number one. I don't care what anybody says. Ringo is the dude.
See, to me, it would go Paul, John. I know a lot of people put John first. And I'm not saying, I just think Paul was the better songwriter. Maybe I'm not educated enough on their writing.
Oh, controversial statement.
Yeah. I'm going to go Paul, John, Ringo, George. That would be
I think it's really disrespectful to Ringo.
To put Ringo
You watched
third.
the Get Back documentary? Ringo, there's literally a fire burning around him, and Ringo's just like on the drums, like.
I'm in my own world.
Like,
I'm in my own world.
I don't know. He was probably high the whole time. I don't know, but that dude chilled the entire. Everyone else is arguing. He's like, as long as I get the paycheck, baby, I don't really care. I'm just drumming on my drums.
Speaking of drums, and I got to give props to Dana. I saw a TikTok video the other day of a woman who said, if you ever find yourself behind a drum kit and you don't know what to do, let me show you what to do. So she was talking about on the hi-hat. The hi-hat should go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay?
Okay.
And then on the, what do they call it? The floor?
The kick drum.
The kick drum. The kick drum, you want to push that down on the 1 and the 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And then on the snare drum, you want that to go on the 2 and the 4. So you're going, I can't do it. I mean, I don't know how you guys do this.
But it's also not the same. Like, music would be very boring if everything was 1, 2, 3, 4. The only constant most of the time, Dana can correct me if I'm wrong, but the snare is very common to have the snare on the 2 and the 4. But the kick can be in a million different patterns. The hi-hats, you can go quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th if you want to go really fast. Like it's.
But isn't it true that when you're playing the drums, your left hand is doing one thing while the right hand does something else?
Oh, yeah.
And the left foot does something else and the right foot does something totally different.
I think that's definitely the hardest part. To get the muscle memory, coordination.
Yeah.
Sort of vibe.
I guess that's what it is, huh? Muscle memory?
Yeah. Well, there was this thing on TikTok where it was like, it was this challenge to do one hand to go to hit twice and your other hand to hit 3 times, but in the same. So it was like, but if you like slow it down, it's like this hand's going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2.
It's a waltz
1,
name.
and then the left hand is doing just 1, 2, but it's like in between. So, but it comes down to like. But it's like it took me like 15 minutes sitting in bed, like laying down, like drumming on my knees. Like, yeah. I don't even know if I did it right, but I don't know. That's a vibe for me.
Before we wrap up,
okay.
Did you want to make a paper airplane out of your outline? Because we don't have to wonder.
That's a lot of pressure, man. You want me to do it now? I said we'd start the show tomorrow with people.
Oh, okay.
Give us time to look up a better paper airplane.
Would you rather do that?
Well, yeah, because I'm just going to be able to make the basic one right now.
All right. So tomorrow we do paper airplanes.
Well, I'm doing it now.
Oh, okay. On tomorrow's show, we have Foodie Friday. We do have a Foodie Friday where Matt discovers something else he's never tried.
Yeah.
Also, Feel Good Friday tomorrow. And if you have anything going on in your life that you want to celebrate, some good news or whatever, something you feel good about, feel free to let us know. You'll see our voicemail number at the end of the show because I don't have it memorized. You'll see our voicemail number. You can call and leave us a message, or you can send an email.
Paper airplane ever.
That's what I can do too. That is all I can do.
Okay. Crash landing because it sucked.
Then wasn't there something where you used to put a paper clip on the nose and that would help the weight?
Sure.
Hey,
I'm not a paper airplane expert. I don't know.
I guess
I have no idea.
All right. You have anything else?
I don't think so. Dana says lots and lots of practice is how you drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have to be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But go Ringo, right? And
Ringo's the freaking man.
And Ringo had like the most basic drum set I've ever seen.
What do you mean basic drum set?
He didn't have all these additional cymbals and all these different tom-toms or whatever.
Tom-toms.
Am I right?
Well, they're toms, yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, sure.
Yeah. So he had
is tom-tom something else?
He had maybe
tom-toms.
He had a snare. Then he had like maybe one other one, 2 others.
Yeah.
And then he
had
had
a basic drum kit.
He had the hi-hat and a cymbal. That was it. You see the guy now that I follow who plays for Styx, Man, he's got so many cymbals. It's like I don't know how anybody can see him when he's on stage.
Is he back there?
I mean, some drummers don't need to be seen. They're just vibing back there.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Anyways.
Enjoy your Thursday, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning. And as we always say, no matter what, go out and make it a great day.
Peace.